Hey, welcome to the best school in the world, Astraea School of Magic Arts. This is Carla.
And this is Lily. You all might be very nervous. Your parents paid a lot of money to get you in, and you made it. Here's our little tour of the school before you settle in. Let me show you how things work around here.
So we're fourth years at this school. This school sorts you by zodiac sign. I'm in Pisces.
I'm in Aquarius. You guys are in for a wild ride.
Your wand becomes a tool. After the tour, you will hand over your wand to our staff and they will scan it for you. Once you claim it again, it can record, message, and turn in assignments for you. It's 2019. We don't need to stick with quill and paper as much anymore.
Nifty, yes, I know. However, you must not misuse this device or else you'll face dire consequences, like it being taken away. You could compare it to those iPads or iPhones those non-magists use. When you walk into a class, you must place your wand into a box unless directed otherwise by a teacher. You can open up this lovely screen with the spell Patifatio Sursum and click away.
Exactly! I got my wand taken away for a week in my first year because I sent too many messages to...
I told you not to send me too many messages.
I'm sorry that it was exciting. Can 11-year-old me be a child in peace?
I'm just saying. Pisces, overly sensitive, am I right? Yes, you may carry on.
To send a message to another person, let's say for homework purposes, you raise your wand and say Patifatio Sursum, then Nuntius classmate name Lucem. Record your message, then make an X hand gesture with your wand when you're done. If you need to do it again to avoid spamming, make a half circle hand gesture to start over again. To record a video for a school project, you simply say Moventer Sameta and it will make a video of anything that faces the wand's tip. It will glow a light shade of red to let you know it's recording. Say Prohib to stop the footage. You will be able to edit the clips in MuggleTech. To turn in an assignment, lift your wand and say Literas Matera. If the homework is tangible, like notes or an exercise sheet, a silent howler will come to you, seal it, and send it to your teacher's desk no matter what time it is. If it is digital, then it'll send a copy of the said assignment to the teacher's tablet for the check and grade. You don't need to remember the spell names. The first year directory has it somewhere in there.
You newbies will eventually learn how to cast spells without saying an utter word in third year. It'll become more convenient in the future. Oh, speaking of classes, here are the classes that are available at this school. Only about 400 students get accepted into Astraea every year. We give a lot of freedom to everyone, unlike other schools. We barely have any classes, but it gives you more time to focus on the things you enjoy. We get it. Schoolwork is low-key boring. Here in Astraea, you have the option to stay in your current house. You could rent dorms here, but you must learn how to live by yourself. Yes, you'll have dorm mates, but that's it. Classes are about 50 minutes long.
There are 7 actual classes in each day, excluding your nearly 2-hour lunch break, of course. School begins at 8 o'clock with first period. The schedule varies for each grade level. For first years, Wizarding Literature is the first period. Basically, we read and analyze ancient writing from the 1900s and even older.
Our Wizarding Literature teacher, Mr. Arlock, is old and a total sleaze, though. We could do whatever we want and he wouldn't even notice.
Afterwards, period 2 is arithmetic.
Arithmetic goes over basic math skills you may need later in life, as well as the wizarding world. We learn about the same stuff as what the non-magists learn about. Curse the Common Core standards. Our teacher, Mrs. ZG, makes it all worth it, though. She's fun and has many interesting stories to tell about the odd experiences she had teaching at the school. She's been a teacher here for almost 40 years. Honors math has more complex math, but more stories as well.
Up next is period 3, which is sparring class. In first year, you learn the basics on how to properly use your wand and a couple of basic spells. Just you wait. The class gets more fun as you get older. Mr. Carson teaches more powerful and fun spells in upper grades. He's pretty chill.
After that is your 2 lunch periods. You're welcome to walk around the school and eat lunch wherever you would like. The cafeteria, the library, your favorite class, and even more. Our personal favorite spot is the school garden right outside of the school.
After lunch is your 6th period class, potions. Self-explanatory, we make potions.
There are all kinds of potions you could learn, from changing your eye color to turning into a 20-foot tall Godzilla-esque monster. Our teacher is Mrs. Schmidt. Don't you dare misbehave and get yourself on her bad side, or else she'll make your life miserable. Other than that, she's super sweet and very wise.
As for 7th period, you have Wizarding History with Mrs. Goylick. Some of you may be like, ugh, history! But when I say it's beyond rad, it's beyond rad. You learn all about the history of wizards and their places in history. Would you believe me if I told you that wizards greatly impacted the American Revolution and even the World Wars? You'll learn all about it.
At 8th period, you take your switch class. At the beginning of each school year, you may choose 2 different classes for each of these switch classes. The first you choose, you take your first semester, and the second you choose, you take your entire second semester. These classes vary from drama to tech to botany and many more. Some of the house leads teach these classes, as well as teachers of your other classes.
In your 3rd year and above, everyone is eligible to take a broom flying switch class. You get to fly real brooms, which is nifty if you ask me. You can also learn the game Quidditch and join our school's small team, XTs, which stands for extraterrestrials.
After those classes, you may want to return to your home, but most stay on school grounds for a very good reason.
There's one last class of the day left, and it's easily everyone's favorite. For first years, at 9 o'clock on every Wednesday and Friday nights is astronomy class. The class takes place in the school garden.
Thanks to our location, there's none of that garbage light pollution around to ruin our view of the stars. On the rare occasion that it's cloudy or rainy, the class is canceled for that day. However, most nights, the weather is warm and the sky is clear. It's a beautiful sight, and it happens every week.
Miss Aura teaches all about the sky above us. Constellations, stars, planets, galaxies, and more. She's incredibly kind, thought-provoking, and funny. It's a joy to be in her class.
Yeehaw! This is a painting of our headmaster, Det Rusk.
I don't know. There just seems something off about him. He seems very secretive. One time I heard that wait!
Huh?
I am Boo Boo the Fool. I did not get to explain the signs.
It's okay. I'll leave it up to you to explain them through.
Cool. So, I don't know if you guys are astrology freaks like me, so I'll explain the signs. Each house lead is an ancestor of the original Greek constellations. They're mixed with human DNA, so they have physiques of humans, but they're immortal beings. All they do is keep watch of each sign. They're like the mentor/dean of the house. Students may come to them in the sign's common room and discuss with their house lead. They are still paintings when they are not needed, but when they are, they literally hop out of the painting and move around. They look somewhat like their constellation. The common rooms are ginormous, so they can do literally whatever they want. Saga, the house lead of Sagittarius, can be practicing archery while she's scolding her house member. By the way, they're able to make anything they summon tangible for the time that they are needed. Let's take the Saga as an example. Let's say, as a fun punishment, she shoots an arrow right next to you. You can touch the arrow and see the arrow, but once she's done with you, she'll fizzle into dust and so will anything that she makes. She'll return to her painting form.
Aqui, the house lead of Aquarius, threw a jug of water at Ryan the other day in front of the whole house. The water evaporated when Aqui was done, but I felt bad for the kid.
Just don't get in trouble with your house lead. You'll be good for the rest of the 7 years you're here. Don't fear them so much though you can't even talk about your problems with them. They're great listeners and they give great feedback. Whether it's school, friends, or family, they're there. Each house lead has a distinct feature and personality. Ariel is the house lead for Aries. He has sharp, curved horns on his head. Ariel is an impulsive, childish, and spontaneous guy. Taura is the house lead for Taurus. She has a huge septum piercing. She's very down-to-earth, stoic, and classy. Galilea and Galexia are the house leads for Gemini. They're conjoined twins. Galilea is the positive, kind, and adaptable one. Galexia doubts, questions, and worries. Carolina is the house lead for Cancer. She has red pincers for hands. She likes to put emotions on the line all the time, but she's a very warm person. Leonardo is the house lead for Leo. He's rocking a wavy mane. He doesn't want to look weak. He wants everyone to pay attention to him. Vincenzo is the house lead for Virgo. His toga is literally made of wheat. However, he's sharp, analytical, and loyal. Lilith is the house lead for Libra. She carries scales on her head. She's balanced, indecisive, and romantic. Scorpius is the house lead for Scorpio. He has a scorpion tail with a few gallons of venom ready to inject. He's cold, passionate, and driven. Saga is the house lead for Sagittarius. She's a fine centaur. She's generous, idealistic, but overpromising. Calypso is the house lead for Capricorn. Would you believe that she has rectangle pupils just like a goat? She's family oriented, logical, and hardworking.
Ooh, I'd like to say something about Aqui.
No one's stopping you.
Alright. The house lead for Aquarius is Aqui. He's always carrying around a jug of water with him, and it never runs out. He's weird. Anyways, he's really chill, passive, and innovative.
That's cool, yo. We're on to our last house lead, Pasco. Pasco represents Pisces. He's actually a merman. He's a very creative soul, but he's very fragile. People shouldn't talk badly about him for being so sensitive.
Well, that wraps up all of the house leads. You guys get colors and robes to your sign. Say goodbye to bland black coats. The robes come with a magnet that is the shape of your sign. The inside of your robe is also the sign's colors. Astraea allows stitched decorations on your robes. However, it shouldn't be vulgar imagery or words, and it could only be in your sign's color to avoid confusion. They also want the students to have creative freedom here. Aren't you guys excited?
Oh shoot, it's time for class! Got a blast!
Well, see you around. Good luck, all of you, and welcome to Astraea.